Alright guys, it's time to talk about TRX on the channel once again, or Tron. Now, as you can see, and we mentioned many times before about Tron, it made a giant cup and handle. Now this took place over several years. Basically, this started back in like March of 2021, and basically the break of the handle was in August. And it did, spend a little bit of time here between about 14.3 cents to 17 cents before it really broke out. It hit its target actually in December of this year. Actually, if we zoom in, you can see that this wick didn't quite hit that target completely. This target was around, about 23, let's just say, and a half cents. So it didn't hit that till December, and it took another week, and then it exploded once again. Now, the explosion brought it all the way up to about 45 cents, and then it had a massive pullback. And basically, if we zoom in now, guys, we can see that it was facing some resistance. Basically, let me put this on the daily time frame. Actually, that might be a little bit better. Let's just zoom like this. Let me readjust this just slightly. And you can see that basically from 5th of December all the way till, well, today, basically, it's been facing this resistance, and it's been trying to break out. You can see these long wicks here the last few days. And it, just couldn't do it. Now it's finally breaking out, and the next resistance it's going to have to face is going to be a tough one, because you do have a daily and a weekly time frame, and they're very close together. So I would just like to say that this is probably just a little bit of a zone of resistance. Let's just call this a zone. And because it's so close, it's 26.17 and 26.29. Basically you could just converge these into one. And yeah, this is just a zone of resistance it's got to get by. So it did get by this, zone January 2nd, but it didn't maintain it very long, just a few days before it fell back through. And yeah, retested this zone on 18th of January and got a rejection. So let's see what happens now. It is, getting a little bit of a pump today. It's not too big of a pump. I mean, we're talking about only like 6% or so. It's not much. 5% actually right now if I'm looking at it on my mobile. So 6% before I started the video, I think. Anyways, let's see what happens. We got to break through this zone. And once we do that, we kind of take out this area that we've pretty much been in for more than a month. And the next would be almost 30 cents up here that we need to break. And then we have about 32 cents here on a weekly time frame. Now remember, the orange is a daily time frame, should be a little weaker, but the stronger time frame to break would be about 32 cents right there. Now I want to take a look at the RSI, guys. Actually, RSI is not looking bad on a weekly time frame, and on the Stochh RSI, it is actually oversold. So this looks like it is about to start curving upwards, so it's going to start gaining some momentum here in a weekly time frame. Now let's take a look at a daily time frame. Pointed to the upside, actually, on both. Now it is getting to the overbought area on Stochh RSI, but still it can run a little bit. I don't think it's going to stop here. You can see it got up to about here, so it does have a little bit more room to grow here. Now 4-hour time frame. Let's take a look at it. Okay, it is overbought on the Stochh RSI, and the RSI here is actually in normal territory, so it is, it's pointed to the downside. Not a good sign in the 4-hour. Let's just look at the 1-hour. Now pointed down again on the 1-hour, kind of like the 4-hour here. Just going to take a look at the 15 minutes just for fun. Actually, almost, yeah, I mean, it is overbought really. But it looks like it almost wants to curve back up here shortly. And on the RSI, again, it's in neutral territory, but it's pointed to the downside. So what do I think with that information, basically, let me get rid of these. In the short term, guys, and as we're kind of seeing right now, it looks as if TRX wants to cool down a little bit. But, like I said, on a weekly and daily time frame, it actually looks pretty good. So we may see a cool down, like I said, next few days, and then start this run again, in maybe at the weekend or maybe next week, for example. But yeah, it does need to cool down on, shorter time frames. So you can see the last 3 days have been pretty nice green days. So yeah, it's kind of running out of steam here right now. So probably we won't crack this bigger resistance right here. At least in the next few days, we'll probably consolidate in here, I would imagine. But the good thing is, if we can just keep this trend line, which we've been stuck under for a while, that would be the best thing. And to keep this resistance here that we've broken through recently at 24.36 cents. Now I also want to look at the volume here, and I put this on a weekly time frame, guys. So you can see this is the candle we're on right now, and there's a little bit bigger node right here. So we are coming up to this at this moment. That's where we are. We're trying to break through that. That is why you see, these two lines pretty much converged right here. And there's just a little bit more volume than, what's really around this like node, we can call it. So now, of course, there's larger nodes down here that we've gotten through. But this is just a local node that, it's bigger than the rest here. So once we get above that, and it looks like about 27 cents if we can get above, that drops off very quickly. And, after like 34 cents, there's almost nothing up here. You can see it's just almost nothing. So anyways, yeah, that's what we're looking to clear, basically 27 cents. And I think we'll move a little bit faster after that. Now, while people don't like Justin Sun and Tron, it is the number 11 coin, guys, as you can see. And yeah, I mean, there's not much you can do about it. I have a very small amount of this, like I've said in the past, and I bought it like at 3 or 4 cents or something like this, like most of it, I think. You can see my average, it says, is 7 cents. I don't think that's 100% correct, but I bought a lot of this, basically down at like 4 cents. So anyways, doesn't really matter. My cost is quite low. But the total supply is 86 billion. Actually, it looks like all of this is circulating. Actually, it looks like a little bit more is circulating than what they have at the total supply. So that's a bit strange. I'm not sure how that is. That's the first time I've seen that like that. So something is wrong here. That's interesting to see, though. Anyways, now the all-time high, you have about a 40% discount at the moment. Tron can get there. Hey, it's been there. And when a lot of people thought, oh, it'll never get there, it did. So 43 cents is the all-time high pretty much. And I do believe it will exceed that still. I don't think Tron is done. And yeah, it's just a matter of time before, things start to pick up. It's number 11, crypto coin, guys. In my honest opinion, I do believe Tron will probably make it to at least $1. It could exceed it, though. You never know. There's a very big community behind Tron. It's like XRP. It's like ADA. It's like these coins, and people will eat up this coin, as long as it's produced. So, yeah, let's see who's right. You may not like me saying that Tron, is not a excellent coin, but it's the number 11 market cap. I mean, hey, there's a lot of people behind this coin. Who knows if really everything is true, like what is written here in CoinGecko and these other websites like this. It could all be faked. Who knows? But I think Arkham or somebody would find that by now. But yeah, I mean, hey, I have it, but a small bag. I'm not going to risk my life savings in it. Now, we need to talk about Bitcoin here, and you can see that basically on a weekly time frame, we've gotten a little bit of pressure to the downside. We do have kind of a long wick here. We are working on the highest weekly close that we've ever had. Now, keep in mind, there's still a few days, left in the week at least, 4 days, 5 days. So, still time, plenty of time. We are only about $500 below the, all-time weekly high close. So let's see if we can take it out. Now, if we put this on a daily time frame, real quick, let's see what this looks like. Now, was yesterday the highest? It was actually very, very, very close to the all-time high daily close. Now, it may have been actually. If I zoom in, I see a little bit. Yeah, there's a little bit more gap over here, guys, than over here. So that actually was the highest daily close that we ever had yesterday. So now we've seen a lot of that, kind of lost today. But we're still at 104, guys. That's not bad. Now, taking a look at Ethereum, guys, we still are struggling with this 3313 number. And, we consolidated here for quite some time. We left it. We came back to it. We broke down. And we got back into it for a while, and now we've broken down once again. And we tried yesterday to get back in, and, we're failing again today to hold this. So this whole area here is just really, difficult for Ethereum to leave. It feels like we've been here for months, but, really, in reality, it's not that long. I mean, this is a daily time frame. Okay, 19th December, we kind of came in this range, but yeah, I mean, we've been a little bit more than a month here, and Ethereum it's not strong, guys. It's not looking good in my opinion. There's a lot of weakness in Ethereum. It's not just technically, it's fundamentally too. So, we kind of have this resistance that's holding us down here. Let me mark this yellow because usually my resistance lines are yellow. So if I kind of adjust this, doesn't really matter where I kind of put this, but yeah, you can see clearly, we're getting rejected here. Rejected, 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 rejected. Very close to rejected here, but just a hair shy. We can call it a rejection though. Anyways, let's move on. So, total market cap, guys, coming a little bit down. We weren't able to break through 3.62 trillion, but I think it's coming soon. Now, without Bitcoin, basically, again, coming down a little bit, just kind of consolidating, going sideways. Now, this is the 4-hour time frame, keep in mind. But yeah, we do have kind of a little bit of a resistance here. We do need to break that as well. So it kind of looks like, Ethereum in a way. So yeah, let's see. Then after that, we will go up to about 1.55, which is probably the next resistance. Now, taking a look at the dominance, guys, it is starting to slowly kind of break down. Keep in mind, 4-hour time frame again. But since basically yesterday, it has come down. It has gotten a rejection, a couple of rejections here at 58.6. So it is getting a bounce though right now. But let's see, guys. I mean, we really, as altcoin holders, need this to break down. Now, it did kind of break down this upward trend line that it was kind of following this whole entire time. So that's another good sign, I would say. So let's see how far this can break down. Now, in the altcoin season index, guys, we were at a 47, and now we've jumped up to 55. I think that's because a lot of the AI coins are bouncing and things. So yeah, it's more towards altcoin season at this moment than Bitcoin season. Now, fear and greed, 84. I'm a little bit surprised to see it so high. But yeah, I mean, yesterday was 76. That's a big jump, guys. Now, if you like to see, green bubbles, this is not the day really to look at it. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you on Tron today. If you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.